I think the operative word here is imagined, because the world of AI and LLMs and agents and all this stuff is moving so quickly, and there's so much noise that it is actually hard, I think, to separate what is the accurate future state. And it will either be one of two things. Either it will be overhyped and then people will be disappointed by the progress, or it will be underhyped and people will be shocked by the progress, and those are kind of the two options. I would say that I do feel that I'm an AI evangelist. I think it's sort of, people can fall on a whole spectrum of these things. I have a very good friend of mine who works at one of the foundation model companies called Anthropic. They're like OpenAI and Anthropic are kind of companions or competitors, I guess. And he said a sort of shocking statistic to me. He said that he believes in 3 years, 50% of all white collar jobs will be fully automated. And I was like, and he said that was like a, middle of the road estimate within their company. So some people think sooner, some people think longer, but that's like a conservatively decent estimate. 3 years is not that long. And so I started to ask, then my next question was, well, what 50%? And his response was that if your job can be done fully behind a computer without any interaction outside of it, then it's automatable within that 3-year period. And that made sense to me. So if your job requires, like what we're doing, going out into the world and interacting with people, that'll be a lot longer to change. It'll be a lot harder to change. But if your job literally involves the input-output system of clicking buttons and reading something off a screen and then inputting and clicking, then that is a process that could be automated. And we've had RPA for many years. The agentic thing, whether you want to call it agentic, agents, or just automation with a little bit of intelligence, it's that you start to pair LLMs with RPA, and you get RPA that's just more robust and can do more and can make more decisions because you have a little bit more of a feedback loop. And it used to be with RPA that if you have an RPA system and you move a button a little bit, all of a sudden the RPA breaks because that change it was clicking at exactly that location. But now you can have RPA that's a little bit more robust and can then call on other tools. And so that's what agents really are. It's improved robotic process automation. It's improved automation. I could see how it gets to the point where anything that somebody does purely on the digital world could be automated. But I think if your job involves you going like procurement to visit suppliers, negotiating, I think procurement jobs are actually maybe far less automatable than people expect.